Good afternoon. Welcome back to more blueprints. So today may or may not be the last episode or stream of this. I'm not entirely sure yet, but we'll see. I was thinking about playing a different game today, but when I think about playing Nine Souls, I kind of just don't want to. I woke up with not that much energy, and I thought that I can go back to sleep and wake up, you know, more rested, but that wasn't the case. So, unfortunately, I don't have the energy to play Nine Souls right now, but that's okay. That's alright. It's not the end of the world. But I'll get back to it soon, I promise. I do like the game. I do like it a lot. I was thinking about the last time I played the game, and I realized that I had overcome some of the hurdles far more easily than being able to counter red attacks now, or scarlet attacks. And now, since it feels like a mix between like button inputs, it feels not as fun to me when fighting bosses that do that, because like I'm just not a I don't enjoy fighting games like that. I don't enjoy button inputs. I don't enjoy memorizing them, but when it comes to being able to react to something like that, I'm like I kind of just don't press anything on my controller, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, I just didn't like that for the time being, but um it's not really the end of the world. I still like the game despite that. I still like exploring. All right, I tried to get my chat in order and then while I was talking about that, and it looks like my chat does not want to appear, so oh well. Well, it doesn't want to appear the way I want it to. So oh well, but we'll play the game. And we'll have a good time. So, my first order of business today is to get a laboratory or a security room as soon as possible, or the office as soon as possible. One of those rooms. If not, then I can go to the outer room and go to the shelter, because there's a computer there as well. Observatory. And a coat check. Now that's interesting. It immediately has my broken lever. Oh, that's pretty good. The drawing room? So early? I don't know if I want that. I'd say that's pretty good. The corridor always being unlocked is kind of a whatever room for me, because like while it's a good thing and all, um that room appears way too early in the seed. Like without fail, it's always so early. Like I just don't care. I really don't. I probably should have taken the other thing, but oh well, it's fine. Dining room greenhouse. I mean, these rooms are great. Why not? Enjoy your lunch. This room won't be able to turn the way I want it to, so let's just go to the storeroom. I'm making a lot of dead-end rooms myself today. It's very interesting, because I don't normally do that. I've got 1, 2, 3 of them so far. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Again, it's the hammer. It's not the battery pack. Ugh. Why is that twice in a row? All right, it's fine if we don't get the hammer and such. You know, it's not the end of the world. At this point, I'm going to turn back, I think. Because how many of these rooms are actually in here? 1, 2. 2 rooms. I'm going to turn back. And I'm going to go to the other side. And or the other entrance. Turn to the right. Yeah. That works for me. Let me think about this. Well, there's the boiler room. I've got an idea. So it looks like I'm not running into this room, right? In that case, I'm going to go right back in here. And if the shelter pops up, I'm going to take the shelter. Alright, so it's the root cellar, the secret passage, and the tool shed. I don't need to do anything in the secret passage anymore. It was just to show what was there. Ah, look, the battery pack is here now. Perfect. I somehow reached behind this. That's pretty funny. And the metal detector. The metal detector plus the magnifying glass is also something that I need. But, you can only put one thing in the coat check at a time, so I'll have to wait for it, but it's okay. Uh-huh. Seems like the best room. This is the best he could have drafted? Okay. In that case, maybe the commissary is the best bet. Wow. It stands to reason that I have every item that I need right now. I have the boiler room for one door. I've got the blue sealed door open. I've got a regular key. I've got, you know, the utility closet for the security door. I don't have the security room. I've got access to the burning glass. I've got access to the power hammer. I have access to the microchips. And then what am I missing? There's one more door variant that I'm missing, but like, it's fine. Like, I have everything I need right now, which is awesome. Does the commissary have power running through it? No, it doesn't. Neither does that, so... Perfect. Alright, now it's time to run an experiment. Now let's hope that the remove crates is somewhere on this list. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door, that's 5 or 6. When you draft a hallway from another hallway, there's a possibility that I can chain that because of the tunnel the next 3 times you open a locked trunk. Remove a crate. So I don't know how many of those will be. I'm not sure if I can get the hallway. I mean, there's a possibility. Hang on. I mean, it's not going to be much because I'm already on, what, like rank 5? So the tunnel strat won't work. But it can cause the most to happen. It can cause the most. Especially if I draft hallways. The problem is that... Oh no, the foyer should be able to fix it. Oh, do I do this or do I do this? I went with it. I had to go with it. I need to know. I need to know. I need to see. Study. That could actually help. Is that it? Huh. Oof. Furnace, garage, trophy room. I mean, what hallway is really gonna be better here? I think I'm trying to be too greedy by trying to make a hallway here. Oh, wait, there is one hallway. But that's not good. It would probably be better if I did this. And the shutter's already open because of the power. At least it's easy access to start, I suppose. So I can go back to the workshop. There. Here's a straight way to victory. Ugh. Wow. Which key was it? 304 again. Again? Fuck. How many keys? Perfect. And now I can draft something like the vestibule or, you know. But it's not likely because this is a corner room. I'll try it 3 times. Maybe one more time. Okay, yeah. I managed to do it 4 times, which is not too bad. There's still a possibility that I can do it more times. Okay, and I got my dice back. In addition, yeah, the aquarium can be standard, honestly. I don't want it to be unusual. West Wing Hall or the showroom. What hallways do I have left, you know? It's probably a waste. Although, this is the only way you can make the West Wing Hall anyway, so... It isn't that much of a waste. The others will waste your gems. This is a waste. Okay, and look at that. Her ladyship's chamber. This is more bang for my buck. And last but not least, two items or gems? Well, there is only one true statement. If that's true, everything else is false. If this is false, there's more than one true statement. And those two are it. Those two are it. So this is either the only true one or the only false one. The gems are in a box with a false statement. If that's true, then it's the gems are in this box. There are two true statements, right? If this is false, there are not two true statements. There's only one true statement, in which case this one would be true. And this one would be false. Which is true. Which is correct, I should say. Because if this one is false and this one is true, rather, if this one makes this one true and this is false, that would make this statement false as well. The gems are in a box with the false statement. Right? So if it's false, that means it's in a box with the true statement. So no matter what, that box is pointing towards this one. Good. All right. We're done. Time to take the long way back. The very, very long way back. Yeah, I'm done with everything I can do on the left side, huh? That's just it. Not much more I can do. Okay. It's fish. I'll see if I can get an aquarium in here. Meantime, let's make it. Mmm. Oh, I see it. Okay. That's the wrong way. This is not what I would want at this point in time. Alright, fine. Have it your way then. I'm gonna go back and eat something because I have no choice now. Alright, but I 100% have to make a hallway from this. Excellent. Yeah, there was no other choice for that one. And I'm completely fine with that. That's good. And the game also did that to piss me off. That's great. This is not outstanding, awesome, or amazing. But I've reached my limit, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've made 9 hallways so far. The only way I would make other ones is if I had the Chamber of Mirrors, or the Hall of Mirrors, which I might roll for here. Okay, the conference room is fine. I do have a setup for that. And it requires me going in this direction first. So let's go this way. Damn it, it's not locked. Okay, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. Though I can redraw. But it would be better if I just did something like this. Alright, so we got the flower, step, apple, and a regular star. Oh, that's it. Never mind, diamonds major. Oh, well, that helped a lot, actually. Now I have more gems to spend, which is good. Now I have to go down in here and then back out this way. Okay. Water. Awesome. Okay. And I have to hope that... Oof. Game. Please. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's really not good. What? Ugh, alright, fine. Yeah, I've already made all the hallways except for the secret passage. But the secret passage was removed from the draft pool, so all I can make was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 8, and then no, 9. Those 9. So I ran out. But how many times did I do it? I did it once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I got 8 out of that. I would have only gotten 5 or 6 if I just did the normal thing. So it's fine. It ended up being worth it. And there's like a stack of 8 boxes, I think, right? Or something like that. In the in my way, like in the back, you can see that there's like 8 boxes, and I got rid of like maybe 7 of them, so that's not bad at all. It's not. Okay, game. I'm fine with that. I'm actually fine with that. You know, I've only got 4 rooms left. I've gotten almost just about everything that I wanted. Interesting. I'm gonna go with this and hope that it's a locked door this way. Also, gems. Can't forget about gems. Oh, you're locked, but not the way I wanted you to be locked, so that's unfortunate for me. But you know what? It's not bad. It's not the end of the world. Wow, you're not even giving it to me like at all. Okay. Fine game, fine. The scepter will come in handy. Yeah. Because the room above all else that I need to stay in is going to be the boiler room. The security room I can make at any time, but the boiler room is rarer, even though it did appear earlier than the security room in this case. Um, the workshop is whatever. I mean, like seriously, that thing comes up, it comes and goes. Um, I already have the power hammer, so all I need to do is a shovel or a metal detector and a magnifying glass, and I'm good. If I can make a showroom from this somehow, then that would be perfect because at that point, um, I can go back and oh, not anymore. Yes. Oh man, that was lucky. That's exactly why I wanted both of these items. I was like, what are the chances I'm going to get at least one of these? And it was good. It was a good chance. There we go. Okay. So there's that. Here's another bedroom. Nothing in here. Then there's the rotunda. Takes you into the conference room or the aquarium. Let's go to the aquarium. Save some steps, go to the aquarium. Go to the bunk room. You get double the amount, so you get 40. And now I'm free to explore as much as I want. Now I don't need to make any more, like, what's it called? Any side visits. I just keep getting more and more back. Any detours. Alright, so now the next question is, power hammer or burning glass? Power hammer, most definitely, but the burning glass is a nice thing to have. And then I just sleep in the boiler room, I think, and well, I check the tunnel too, since I need to know how much is left for me to clear. I'd estimate about another 8 or 7. Less than 10, most definitely. Less than 10. Let's just take a look. Because I got rid of a lot. It would be awesome if it was already open, in which case I think I could do it all right now. But I don't think it is. No, there's still quite a few left. Oh, this is moved to the floor now. Okay, here's something new. What's this? File cabinet key. And it was left to a helmet, which means that the people excavating most likely use this key. Let's see. There's about 1, 2. I can't really see because it's so dark, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But I can squeeze past these, but it doesn't matter because it's still going to get rid of them. So 16 left. Okay. In the meantime, let's figure out where this file cabinet key goes. So maybe it can go here. No, this is the basement, so really this doesn't make any sense. There are file cabinets somewhere else, though, further in which case, or in which, people working on the construction of this building have been to, most likely. And that's in here. To the Baroness of Mount Holly for her own hand. Numeric cores. By the Third Era, numeric cores had fallen completely out of favor and were no longer being included in proofs by serious arithmeticians. This concept, once considered sacred, was now regarded as an over-engineered concept that only served to slow further advancements in the field, as Philip Wilkins once famously put it. Steps to find a numeric core. Take any number with 4 or more digits. Without changing the sequence, split that number into 4 smaller numbers. So 86455 becomes 86455. since it's the smallest it can be with that combination. Next, assign each a different color, resulting in a valid mathematical equation that produces the smallest whole number possible. The first number should always be assigned teal to begin with a positive number. If the digit is a number with more than 3 digits, repeat the above process. The final number you obtain that is less than 4 digits is considered the numeric core of the larger number. Oh my god. Examples. The core equals 18 from this. 3614 becomes 3614. And then you get, so we need to get something less than 100. So positive 3 most likely. Minus 6, I guess. So that's negative 3 times 1 divided by 4. Doesn't work because that's a fraction. So we have to figure out another way to write it. Positive 3 times 6 minus 1 doesn't work because once you divide by 4, it's going to become another fraction. So what about positive 3 times 6? That's 18. Divided by 1, that's 18 again. Minus 4, that's 14. That makes the most sense. And that is just teaching us how to make a numeric core, which I skipped the puzzle of. Which that puzzle actually leads me to the library to water those books in the first place. Though that, I'm not gonna lie, that always confused the mess out of me. Like, I did not know what that meant. It's something like still water. What was it? Still water tints. Still water tints something true. Something like that. It was some riddle like that. There was essentially a note in one of the vaults, or in the vault in one of the deposit boxes. I believe it was deposit box 321. I think that's the one that was important. But yeah, it was in there, and it was saying that. And so that was my hint to go into the library and get still water and pour it on top of books. But then the question became, where do you get still water from? Oh, you know what? The file cabinet key hasn't been used yet. There's one more use for it. I wonder. Oh, well, it's not like I can't pick it up again. Garden Inn. What about this place is green to you? It's more orange than green. Ooh. Oh, my computer's dead. Look at that. I pulled too much power from it. My bad, my friend. My bad. Alright, well, we need at most 16. No, sorry, at least 16 boxes to clear. So we're gonna have to do what we did last time. Oh boy, okay. Let's point straight, please. Can't do that, okay. That was pretty much all you were worth for now. Thank you, though. I'm actually gonna see if I can get the shelter. Nope. The boiler room is here, though. So the boiler's there. That's sealed off, and then this is also sealed off. Nothing. It's okay. I recently became the proud owner of the world's first 24 karat gold Labubu. No, I actually became a proud owner of a apartment. Whee! Oh my god, yay! Not too long ago, and I just yesterday I went to see the boiler in that building, and it's huge. It was huge. I'm like, how do you? Oh, are you serious right now? Well, that sucks. Whatever just happened to my computer. It's it's so big that I can't fathom how they got it into the fucking building. It's almost as if they like had to make walls around it because of how huge it is. Sorry. Excuse me. No, I can't make that. Interesting. I really have to fix that. My I I have a MacBook Air M2. It was from 2022, and like this thing is good or whatever. It's a good computer. It is, but it's got this thing where, and my other MacBook never had this problem. I don't know what's causing it, but it say it's going into sleep mode. If you press any button like the second it goes into sleep mode, like it's basically like a flash to black, and also like it's just a flash to black, and then nothing is like no input is taken. If you were to do that the moment, like if you were to press something the moment that happens, the computer would lock up. The haptics would not give you any sort of like actual feel, and it'll just stay there for a few seconds until it just force resets itself. It's so weird. I'm like, how the hell? And I, report the problem. I've tried updating. This has happened. This has persisted. Like I don't know, maybe a year after I had it. Um, which is not a long time because now it's 2026. It's been 3 years. That's been happening for 3 years. And I don't know if it's because of the amount of memory it's using or whatnot. And I tried looking it up, and no one really knows the answer. So it annoys me. Well, I would think that these two go hand in hand. Nothing and me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin. That's my new plan. Nothing is everything. Ing. Oh. Oh my god, dude. I'd be pulling one out of my ass if I could get it. When I say it like that. if I could like fix this to go. Oh wait, no, I'm done for actually. Well, not quite. It depends on what's in there. The gems are in the only true box. If that's true, there's only one true box. If it's false, the gems can be in a false box. Only true box. Only one statement is true. If that's true, then this is false. Everything else is false. If it's false, there's more than one true statement, which would make this one still false. These two are true. But also, this one does not work with this. These two contradict one another. The gems are in the only true box. Only one statement is true. So are the gems in this box? No, because if that's true, then this one can't be true. If it's, but this one can be true and that one can't be true. The gems are in the blue box. The correct answer seems to be the gems are not in the blue box, because if that were the case, then these two have to be false, right? But oh, actually, no. Okay, yeah. I was about to say, like, that would make this true, but no, that's not true. So, yeah, I was going to say before that, I was going to say that both of these just have to be straight up false. Both of them are false. Only one statement is true. If this is false, there's more than one true statement. Oh, I see. If this is false, there's more than one true statement, meaning that one of these has to be true, or both of these have to be true. So then this one is the true box. These two are false. Right? The gems are in the only true box. The gems are in the blue box. So, if I'm going with the logic that this one is true, the other two are false, meaning the gems are not in the only true box, because if they were, that would make this true. So therefore, the gems cannot be in the white box. The black one is saying that the gems are in the blue box. But that's false, if we're believing that this is false, or if we're believing that this is true. So that means that the gems are in the black box. Oh, yeah. This is false, so it can't be in the blue one. And this one is saying that it can't be in the white one. So I think I got tripped up on this puzzle once before. because I didn't totally understand it. Oh shit! Yes! Nice. Alright. Ass pull time. Um. Well, so much for that. Nothing I would have done would have worked, but that's okay. Nothing was accomplished this day. Well, except for what I just did, but like, you know. Actually, I might do a brief BRB so I can pick up. I can pick up. So I can get some water. I'll be right back. Thirst must be quite. Wait a second. I'm actually. Oh, fuck. Damn it. That hurts. It hurts me internally. Oh, I suppose. Wait, no, but I thought that that was. What? Where is it? Open table. There we go. Where even is it? I don't see this app anywhere on my phone. And it's not like it's hidden. Oh, I could probably get rid of all these other apps here. Those apps that I had for college. Oh. Hmm. Oh well. Okay, I'm back. What? Alright, hoping for better luck today, because that was just shit. That was the worst I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. Oof. Alright, well, I mean, second verse, same as the first. Except the game is really testing me this time. Okay. See, that's what I thought. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There will be no more tomfoolery. So you can appear. Why was it that I knew it? I was like, I swear that this can come up, but oh well. Also, yes, that was just greed that dictated this choice right here. I'm sorry. Okay. Each time you draft an upgraded floor plan while drafting, each time you eat an apple. Oh God. That could be useful. Why not? Not like I'm gonna be able to bring one up. He says directly before bringing one up. Well, I think that experiment is pretty good. All right, now. Ugh. Damn you. All right. The good thing about dead end rooms is that they're always good to go in. I don't think that there's like a single dead end room in which it's like, okay, well, why bother coming in here? Like they're all like, okay, well, at least I can do something here, you know. The only room that I can think is remotely like that is the furnace. But that's only if you're unlucky. Um, that's only if you're really unlucky and you don't have like a shovel or something. I hate this. I'm hating this right now. That's not even a little bit better. Ugh. I mean, hang on. I need to figure out what it is that I want to do today because I can't remove any boxes, right? It's not going to do anything. What else can I do today that is important towards the goal? Well, let's see here. So, the key card and key don't matter much. The boiler room thing won't be able to happen for long because I won't have the monk's blessing. So the basement key is the only other thing I can think of. That's the thing I was missing in my list. But, otherwise, I'm just farming days now because there's nothing to do. There's literally nothing to do today. The laboratory said that you can only do these things. And that's literally like the last thing I need. So the only thing I can think of to do is to build up some mystery and show you guys like the missing links that I just skipped over. So I guess I'll just do that instead. This is the reverse like um filler episode. And there's one mystery right there. If I can draft a library, that would be nice. Oh, I thought I had a shovel. You ask and you shall receive. So there's not really much here. It's just like geography. I don't know what this is about. History of Orindia is the realms thing. The Curse of Black Bridge is an interesting read. Realm and Rune. Oh, that's the thing, actually. History of Orindia is better. Oh, fine, then let's just do that. Tended Rosevine? back again. This time I had to leave for a dumb reason. Alright. Ooh, the dovecot. Hmm. I could have sworn that there was a letter here somewhere. Oh, look. There we go. Why is that the button to open the box? Dear Mother, if you are reading this, that means Junie made it home safely. I imagine he's going to be quite tired after such a long flight, so make sure he gets some treats and rest. School is going well, though I do miss you terribly. Unfortunately, even though the dean gave me permission to keep my birds here on campus, I'm afraid it's getting a bit too cold for them as the semester marches on, so I've made the decision to send them all home before the winter. Before the winter months arrive, all that to say, expect some more letters soon, Mary. Dearest Mother, this should be the 5th letter you've received from me this month, though I know statistically it is very unlikely that every single letter of my flock has found their way home. And please, please don't tell me if they didn't survive. It's going to be hard enough now that I'm truly on my own. Another news, my classes have been engaging and I'm slowly making friends, so please ignore the dramatic despair of my previous letter. Things are indeed looking brighter, but I still maintain that 3 years is too long a time to be away from home. Herbert, thank you so much for your gift of the wedding doves, whom I, of course, recognized immediately. And yes, I got the hint. So here's your letter. I know it's long, long overdue. Excuse me? The Mahue life suits me, I think. Not that I didn't love Mount Holly, of course, but after years of being confined in a tiny dormitory, the small place Daniel and I have picked out in Reddington feels more like a stately manor. Once we've finished unpacking and setting everything up, I'll insist on you making an exception to your reclusive lifestyle to come share a meal and admire our somewhat less impressive but much more personal view of the town. Thanks again for the card, Mary. We are returning east and should arrive on Tuesday. If coast is not clear, lower the 8D to warn us. Or the SD. Hmm. Always the wrong spot. What's going on? Oh wow. That's much better. It's one less dead end room to worry about. Game, come on. Security room. Oh, wow. How many times is that? 4? 3. That's way better. Though it's still not good enough, it's way better. The rumpus room. How many? We got 1, 2, 3. This will be the 4th one. Damn. Alright, that makes me feel better. It does. If you're spamming this in me, or in my face, the least you can do is give me a key card. Alright, well. Oh, we're doing this. The answer to that smaller line in 12 was 4, which means that it's 1/3. So, what's 1/3 of 20? 6.6 something, right? Because, I mean, yeah, like you divide by 3. The biggest number that can go in there is 18. So you get 6. Then you're left with 2. Yeah, it's 6. Times 3, though, is 18. Incorrect. So maybe I should read it this way. 20 divided by 3 times 3. Okay, well, anyone who knows basic fractions knows that, a whole number is just, as a fraction, is just the number over 1, right? So then when you're multiplying fractions together, you multiply the tops together and then the bottoms together. So you get 20 times 3 over 3 times 1, and that's 60 over 3. You divide that, you get 20 again. Now you got 10, you got 2. 1/3. Okay, so now we have to just look at them as fractions in this case. So they're both over 3, which means that they both go into each other. So that's 12 divided by 3, essentially, and you're going to get 4 again. It's kind of confusing, but you have to do the answer as if you're looking at a fraction and not as decimals. You can't look at it as a decimal. It's just not going to work. Yep. I was afraid of this, but you know what? This is fine. Well, that's not fine. Oh my. Before I advance too far, know that the security room needs a gem for you to make it. So we know that it's not that way. Five. Oh, but I still need a shovel. Um, Excuse me. Whoa. The key is gone, which means that I used it for its purpose. That's good. So no need to worry anymore. It's all good. Hmm. Too bad I don't have a shovel. Oh. Hmm. All right. I'm reaching the limit of what I can do. I was afraid of that. Oh, the game was being smart with me and it didn't actually give me what I needed to progress. I didn't even consider that. Well, there's my security room, but I can't make it now. Maybe there's one in here. Didn't I already? I guess not. It's just not gonna work. Not without any gems. Hmm. There's only a few chances left. Oh, look at that. Simply drafting the library again causes you to... Interesting. Herbert S. Sinclair, Mary Jones, Det Bon Margle, Simon P. Jones. The History of Orindia, second edition. This book was reviewed and cleared for publication by the Fen Area Central Board of Education. It has been edited to conform to our department's standards, including the omission of sections deemed inaccurate or unsuitable for public dissemination. Forward, the name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters is no longer known to the average citizen of the elder generation. We must permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon our past. And there's the crown. Looks very familiar. Ajera. Most historians mark the beginning of the first era as denoted as Ajera. I'm not going to read all this, by the way. I'm not going to read it all out loud, but by the ascension of the first king, blank, whose name Oris would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Oris was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Oris had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Oris, and by the end of the first century, a new kingdom was born. As the kingdom entered the fourth era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Disiletz III was a king who often was seen drinking, a sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court, but the masses as well. Disiletz was renowned the king of no one when he made the decision to move Ving castle and court behind. The people were overjoyed by this choice, and were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his common folk. These voices planted the seed which took root in grand city of Fen. Baron Sinclair, thank you so much for your cooperation with our department in this investigation. We know our presence is never convenient, especially for someone of your social status, so it means all the more that you are not only tolerant but also willing to aid our efforts in getting this business done as quickly as possible. We are returning with this letter, the book you lent us, though I must confess it was not as much help as I had hoped. I had heard that your library of rare and restricted books was quite extensive, and I was told by a reliable source that if a first edition and uncensored copy of the history of Verindia could be found, it would likely be found within the Baron's own collection. But perhaps I was misinformed. Still, part of me thinks that you may have given me the censored copy as a jest, a taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. If that is the case, then I say, well done, fair play. And perhaps on my next visit we'll have a laugh about this after you've given me the actual manuscript. Until then, Detective Bon Margall, Red Guard. After the passing of King Desolate III, the Fourth Era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died. What the fuck? On the very next day of the 6th of October, the Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a number of supporters, due to the fact that Desolate IV shared little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield, and the cries of the innocent echoed through the city streets stained in red. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arch Ares and Nuance to join their cause. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, the victory did not come easy. The war of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried 1 in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death he had won. Oris had fallen, and with it the realm, and the black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen of Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. The current era. Today, the realms inherited by the 3 Fen Ares, Arch Ares, and Eraja once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and birch that span across our realms serve as the constant reminder that we all share a common past. Whoa, that's a lot of text removed. But this, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers, of our mothers, and of our children. Blank. This book cut out a lot of information and it's sad to see. I mean, they said that it censored a lot, and they were not kidding. They absolutely were not kidding with how much they censored. There's so much context removed from certain peoples in the book. And it's painting them to be terrible people. A coin. Okay. Huh. Not sure if you pay too much attention to the machine in the booth in the lab, but I figured I could save you some frustration if you've been fooling with it. This contraption is the central control for the power lines that run externally from the house. In the past, we served as an emergency power source for the local community as we have modest hydroelectric capabilities with a steam turbine. If you want to use it, I can't read today. You'll need to first turn on the turbine in the boiler room and utilize our steam ducts to connect the turbine to the lab. This isn't required, of course, and I can't think of any reason in which you'd have to use the boiler to reach room 46, but feel free to play around with it should you feel inclined to experiment. Randolph. So he just gives you the password there, and he gives you the password here too. So these are just hints in the game, as you can clearly tell. Real quick, let me message somebody. Ugh, okay. There's not much else in here. There was some place that I wanted to go, and I actually can't remember where now. But oh well. It had something to do with what? It had something to do with the story or the book we just read, I think. Perhaps. Oh yeah. Let me see if that'll actually give me another book in there. No. Okay. Well, that'll be the next book we read. Since I'm done speeding through the library, it's time for lore. can't seem to ever pass it up. Yeah, right. Absolutely, I can. Stamp collection. Hmm. Maybe one day the dormitory? Really? I could have sworn I've been in there. I guess not. My highest grade was grade 3. You know what? Let's actually continue that. We can spend some time on that today, too. However, I'm probably going to have to BRB again because I need to eat something. It's already 2:40. Ugh. I didn't mean to go on so long without eating anything, but... Oh, this was here the whole time? Man. Oh well, it's not that serious because, like, I still have enough, steps. Right, that's here. Call it. All right. That's the best I got because there was nothing I could have done that day. At least nothing that helps my goal. Oh man. Oh well, that's okay. Seems it wants me to go all over the house today, huh? That depends on what you give me. The drawing room. Interesting. So this is a story. The legend of Blackbridge is one that's well known to the people of the Grand Realm, for versions of this tale have been passed down from generation to generation. With each new telling, the story has changed, becoming over the years more colorful, more verbose, and as one might expect, increasingly horrifying. However, with so many renditions and unique personal touches, the task of confining and binding this tale to text seemed an ambitious and impossible challenge. Over the course of my research, I have heard dozens of variations of legend, and while the details would often change, I was surprised how much of the story's heart remained the same. Yet the more I listened, the clearer it became that could never be a definitive version of this tale, capable of capturing all the wonder and myth of Blackbridge. In the end, I chose to write down what felt the most authentic, the story of my grandmother told me as a boy long ago. Part 1, The Berry Picker from Oris. Alright, I'll let you guys read this for a second. I'm gonna go and put something uh, in a pot. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Though I probably have to leave in like 50 minutes or 50 minutes in 5 minutes to make sure that I don't burn my house down because I have something in a pot, in a tall, small pot rather, cooking. Hmm. All right, time to go back downstairs. I'm back with food. Finally. Okay. Yikes. Hmm. Part two. Wow. Hmm. Hmm. What a terrible story. Seriously. Terrible in the sense that what happened was terrible. Not that it was a bad story. And so that stone in the shrine is the same one, but it didn't kill us, but it did bring about misfortune in some way. Um, but it did not necessarily kill. I don't think that it does necessarily kill, it just brings about misfortune. As to how it was discovered here, who knows? Maybe Blackbridge Grotto is the name of the security, well, like that system outside. And it's based off of that book. There is a chance that the caves can be one and the same, but no one really knows. The question of how the stone got to be here, though, is something I think is unanswered. But I like the mystery. Okay. Who leaves their car keys in the damn gym? I've never seen that. Maybe I have, actually. Laboratory. Alright, we'll study. Study's good enough. Ugh. I really don't want it to turn that way. Game, I'm begging you. Alright. Oh, here we go. Okay. That's what I wanted. Thank God for that. Oh boy, okay. 3 plus 6 is 9. Squared is 81. Minus 21, you get 60. Divided by 10, you get 6. Why do I hear someone shoveling outside? Is it snowing? No. I guess someone's just doing it late. I didn't get Draxus the Dead, but still I somehow managed to get, like, 2 dead ends. Can we not? Thanks. I see you. Wait, what? Interesting. I thought that the West End hallway was the only one capable of doing this. But it's not. That'll help. It's in the bowl? Oh my god. Huh. It's alright. Interesting. Come on. Sixth rank D. I'm sorry, but I had to redraw that. If I didn't, then it would have been a waste of all three of those rooms. It would have been. I could just not simply, I could not simply not allow that. I at least get my thing back this way, but yeah. Well, I don't get it back, but I do get another one. Another roll. Ah, perfect. And this is why the Dovecot is a great room, because you don't even have to make it for it to be good. It's just nice. Granted, you tend to not draft it a lot because you want something else, but yeah. Okay. This is a good spot for the dining room. It is certainly 3 o'clock on a weekday. I can tell you that. Man, oh man. Yeah, sure. Not like I've been to the commissary today anyways. Ah, the terrace? Courtyard or the observatory? Well, personally, and look at that. Wonderful. Wonderful indeed. And now, I need to look for some items. Sure. You feel a little luckier. That was worth it. Bam. Right then and there. Plus kennel equals great synergy. Green rooms plus kennel. I mean, green rooms are my favorite type of room in this game. I never liked the hallways. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the color orange anyways. That has nothing to do with it, but still. I find it funny how it aligns so well with me. I like the outdoor rooms a lot because of the way they feel. This one needs to be turned. Oh, no, it was not that one. It was in fact the other one. Yeah, I like outdoor rooms because of how they feel in this game. And the bedrooms are nice and cozy, I suppose, but some of them feel really awkward. So I kind of like the purple rooms, but at the same time I don't. It's a lot of stuff. The closet standard, yeah? Commonplace, okay. Courtyard? No, almost. There we go. Four of them, wow. Interesting. I guess I don't mind spending the gems on this. But I wish I could have conserved them a little bit. The secret passage, the furnace. Sadly, I have to waste a gem on this. I have to. Because this is... Okay, well, whatever. This game has been throwing that at me, like, all day, and it's been pissing me off. There's nothing I can do, and yet it keeps throwing it at me. Ugh, I don't want to keep wasting my gems. I need more gems. Also, I need... Hey. This looks like the spot. Ooh, in the boudoir? Really? Yikes. Many. Hmm. There's something in here? Where did you come from? Did I never walk in here? That's probably what happened. Alright. That'll work. Guess what? And just like that, everything was fixed. Okay. What room is this in? It's the lavatory. Why did he take this picture in the lavatory? I just realized. Why did he do that? Is it because the room was red? No, it doesn't mean anything. Did he take a picture in the mirror? I just realized that. Why? These two are in the conservatory. Now I know where that is. Before I never knew what this was. Now I understand that they're in the conservatory. Key card, key card, key card. Damn it. Why didn't I do this from the beginning? Whatever. Okay, well, there was just no way I was doing that. But... man. Hmm. Okay. Exit. Cool. So now we have access to these other rooms. Okay. Oh, this is the wrong way. That's cool. All right. And I go through the middle. And then around to the side. Got it. God. You love being useless. Oh my god, this dog. Not the dog that was just barking, but like another dog. Oh boy, game. Okay. You can't fool me. I see how bright you are. Are you serious, game? Did you open? Battery pack. It seems only the main item is removed from the pool of items. Interesting. Hmm. Ah. Rotetto. Sadly, you were the only one I could make, but that's okay. Turn it! All tin can. Pebbles. Bonnie. I can't do Fred Flintstone's voice. Right. Wow. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. Oh, I mean, it's fine because, like, you can only really make, like, 2 rooms. Or, what's it called? Just have, like, 2 things. But finally, we get to see the dormitory. Okay. Is there a draft thingy in here? Yay or nay? Karaka University. They like tennis, apparently. Thanks to the keys I don't need. Warning, if a furnace is drafted within a few ranks of the freezer, then the temperature will start rising and everything will melt, including your acids. If the temperature gets too high, refreezing will be no longer possible. So the furnace is a way to save the freezer effect. There's also something in there that I haven't seen. Oh my god, that looks so delicious. And so bad for you, but I don't care. It's so good looking. Ah, look at that. Well, I could get the crown, but there's kind of no reason for me to get it. Well, mirror room. Let's just redo that. All right, last thing. Meaning that only one room was not drafted today. Not bad. Alright, planetarium actually being useful for once. I shall call it a day. I don't think there's anything else I can do. I've kind of done everything below. So yeah, there's nothing left. But yeah. Call it a day in game, and I shall call it a day for the stream as well. I'm tired. Tired of streaming. So we didn't end up doing anything today, unfortunately. That's the sad part, but it's okay because we learned something, at least. That's what I wanted to do. So yeah. That's it for now. Hope you all have a good day. See you.